Good morning. Greetings in the name of our Messiah. I just had a quick um, something I wanted to share real quick. I had a couple of dreams I wanted to share with everybody. I don't know if they're prophetic or if they're just dreams I had because I had things on my mind, but I do want to share them. They're both earthquake dreams. One I had this week, and another I had in July of 2022. Um, I'll start with the one I had like 3 days ago. I had a dream about 3 days ago, and I was in what I believe to be California. I can't be 100% sure because it was never said in my dream, but the city looked like what I think Los Angeles looks like, but I've never been to Los Angeles. I've been to California before, but I've been to San Francisco, San Jose, um, but the city I was in, I don't think I've ever been there. So the dream was kind of short, but I was with my son who's about to be 20 years old, and we heard we we were shaking violently, and it was like the room we were in was being tossed around real strong, and the we immediately began to get like big bags to like put stuff in so we could take things with us to get away. And while we were trying to get things together to get away, I heard over like the television or a radio, I heard 9.4, and I heard it like twice. I heard 9.4, so I figured it was a 9.4 earthquake. And there was a tsunami on the way, and me and my son were trying to gather things before the tsunami came. And the dream was really short. We were just trying to gather things, and we did, and then we were trying to get away, and I woke up. But it was just, I remember when I went outside, I seen buildings like a downtown area that looked like Los Angeles, but I can't be 100% sure. But I know we were on the coast, and I've been to New York. It didn't look like New York. You know, I've been to a lot of other cities. The city I was in was on the coast, and the people that I seen running around when I went outside were Americans. They were speaking English, looked like Americans. So I believe it was in America, and I believe it was probably California, you know, maybe Los Angeles. And so a 9.4 earthquake is it's the biggest one I've heard of, happening bigger than the Japan earthquake in 2011. But it was a dream. I don't know how prophetic it is. So make of that what you will. But last July, I had a dream about an earthquake in Japan that, um, and I was in Japan for whatever reason. I have no idea. But while I was there, I remember my wife calling me, telling me that a tsunami was on the way and that I had to like catch a flight out of Japan before the tsunami came. And so I was trying to find my way out of Japan, and I didn't make it. And I remember it was nighttime. And when the tsunami came, it was nighttime in Japan. And I remember that the tsunami, when it arrived, it wasn't a normal tsunami like 20 feet, 50 feet, 100 feet. It was like hundreds of feet or 1,000 feet. It was something I never heard of, you know, a tsunami being this big. But it was strange because when the tsunami was coming, I was on top of the tsunami wave, and I could look down and see Japan from on top of the tsunami. And so when I was on top of the tsunami, I looked over, and it was like two different islands of Japan. And one of the islands dipped completely underwater and popped back up. and it was like a tsunami was generated from that that Japan island dipping underwater. Like it just dipped real fast and popped right back up, and it thrusted water towards the other island. And at that time, when I had the dream, I didn't know. I thought Japan was just one landmass because I've never been there. I'm not educated geographically like that. So when after I had that dream in July, I went and looked at Japan and seen that it did have separate islands or separate land masses, and it was similar to the way the landmass looked in my dream. So those are just two earthquake dreams I had. I shared the one about Japan on Facebook last July, and but this one, when I had this one, and it seemed like it was California, and I heard 9.4, I definitely wanted to just share it so that if somebody else had one similar, they could, maybe it'd be a confirmation. I don't want to get, overly crazy and say, hey, this is happening or this is about to happen, but I know that potentially there could be a large earthquake in California at any time. I heard that it is overdue, so I just wanted to share and tell everyone on the West Coast to be safe and stay prayerful. And if you're hearing or feeling anything in your spirit or having dreams about the same thing, it might be a good time. It might be a good time to get away from there for a while. And just thank you for listening. Thank you for considering my dream. Measure it against the word. Try it by your spirit. And stay blessed. And above all things, stay safe. Be wise in all things. All right, brother.